Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Albion TV, and it's a very, very exciting day. It is the final day of the Energy Surge season, and of course, we're going to be going through some level 8 and 9 GBGs. The level 9s in particular only happen once per season. The highest stakes matches you can get outside of the CLC, which coincidentally is going to be taking place next weekend with the whole team here, plus all of our production crew and our lovely mod staff and fancy camera angles and shenanigans, and it's going to be great.
Tonight, though, pretty big weekend next weekend, Lewpac. It's going to be interesting to see who gets into it, because that's what we're going to find out tonight, right?
That's tonight. They're trying to get into that tournament. You know, you've got to at least put that level 8 win on the board, I reckon. I think getting into the 9s is probably enough to secure it. Like, we'll see how many teams we have for level 9, because quite often level 9s are quite funny, because you get teams that are sort of done well the first half of the season, don't play the second half of the season, but they still turn up for the 9s. They're not going to not show up on that last day, are they? Because it's just a good...
any chance they have to get that points is good, right? You can sell those points, Lewpac.
You can offer your services to the highest bidder, and sometimes the bids are very, very high, which is always nice to see. We are about 9 minutes away from our first match, but here we go then, and we're going to be watching who to start with then.
Well, I guess we're going to be recording at least the Lasan Haman match. So why don't we go in on Elite Ann right away from the beginning and see how that goes from there. We've been watching this team with Ruined Experience and Imagini and Nobobo quite a bit. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, they've been looking good. And I just saw a Royal Jacket Arcane on Imagini, unless I'm mistaken. I only got a glimpse there before he mounted up. Forsaken running the 8-3 polehammer with the Fiend's Cowl. Doesn't OC the Fiend's Cowl, which means he's ready to change. No, maybe I am mistaken. What did I see? No, I did. It's a Royal Jacket Arcane, bringing out the pocket picks for the end of season matches, and they're up against Iron Gauge, Barak, Durenton, Tutuka, and of course Marwan, who we saw yesterday was good. No, it's not. Imagine he had something weird there. No, okay, it was definitely he definitely had a Royal Jacket on a minute ago. I don't know whether that was like some sort of strat to do with like speed boosting, maybe using like the occult stuff, or a visual bug. But there was definitely a Royal Jacket before. Tutuka eats a nasty meatball there, gets the cleric off. And remember, now we're running a lot of Guardian Helms in these lineups. So the kill pressure, there is that extra layer of defenses now. So the fights tend to take a little bit longer, which I always prefer. I engage, hits a nice 2-man tackle, but it was more defensive than anything. Nabobo comes in. Gonna get the flick. Gonna put some pressure out. Oh, the fire misses though. Those skill shot cues, you know, they're not as reliable as the firebolt, but when they do start to land in quick succession, there's a lot of pressure. Defensive there from Keeper. Gonna put down the defensive duty on the choke and just try not to get pushed completely out. Tutuka gets flicked in. He's gonna roll instant harpoon. Is there a save for the boy there? Sack is going to be used, and a Guardian Helm's going to be used. That is enough to save him, but that's 2 1-minute cooldowns now, as they are going to completely drop back. And Fags may look to push this, or they might just consolidate up top and go for the 2-1 caps here, Shozen.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to go for the 2-1 here.
And Barak says no, though. He does deny it, but it may cost him his life. Quick. He eats the fire wave. He dodges the bolt. There's the dots. The Guardian kept it alive, but it's not.
And that's going to give them the very easy 3 cap here with 2 down and a push all the way back to 10. Durenton's going to be saying, I'm not sticking around at half health. I don't want the flick.
He tries to geyser them to get them out. I engage. Just trying to pill for his boys. Durenton should be okay. Marwan gets hooked into the wall.
They're not going to get the 3 cap on this, I don't think. I don't think I engage is going to let them. He doesn't want to get bullied here.
No, the respawns
things can change.
The respawns are quick, because early in the match, the respawns are almost instant. And as the match goes on, the respawn timers get longer. So that's definitely something that's a factor. Yeah, I think he timed it right, though. You always want to be close, because it wastes the enemy's time capping. If you know you're interrupting, you do have to be careful of, obviously, leaving it too late and then you get cancelled and then they get it in the end. That's an absolute disaster. But he knows what he's doing. There's very experienced players here. Elitan just trying to put some pressure out into the back line. Right now, Nabobo, they're getting him on the choke. If they can catch him on the choke, the area of decay goes down. Imagine he's in a horrible spot with no evasive jump, as it seems. They're going to hook him back. He's already used the cleric. He's already used the helm as well, and that's going to be dead for him.
Down.
Nice 3-man fire away
Nice
from
push.
Ruined Experience,
Yeah.
who we saw Ruined with
Saving,
the NA
but-
team recently. Oh, that's a nasty Dark Matter, though. The Dark
Nabobo.
Matter going with them down the choke, and that's
Well, they
going to
kept
cause
it
a
away
lot of
from
problems.
Nabobo, really saving him there. If he got
Oh,
hit by that 2 times, it might have been too much.
Forsaken's in a bad spot here. The meatball goes down, but he does get his cleric off. He's going to burn, though. As soon as that cleric runs, that true damage burn comes out, and the Nature is not running a Guardian Helm. Ruined gets pinned. They go for the hook, but he's going to evasive jump that. It's going to be a 2-cap reverse. So back and forth in this match so far. I engage. Going to get flicked. I think he had to tackle out there. He was worried they were going to hook him in. And I think he made the right decision. He's just going to heal up here and just... Again, no one being too greedy for the 3-cap right now, Shozen. Definitely a lot of respect being shown from both teams. Elitan's pole hammer. I do like it, but... I mean, it depends on the style of tank. If you're a more control-oriented tank, then I like the pole hammer. If you're more of an aggressive player, like you like to push it to the limits and play as deep as possible, then I think the Great Hammer's good because it can be used both offensive and defensive with mobility. But personally, the pole hammer I think is the superior weapon in the higher skilled hands. Nice hook onto Magini, waits for the flick, baits out the cleric, does end up proccing it though. And it's Circle of Inspiration as well, which is something I'd like to touch on between matches. A skill we haven't seen since the launch of the game, when that was how you regained your energy between fights and even mid fights. But in this more like clap heavy AoE meta, Circle of Inspiration seemed like a no-go. But it basically got buffed twice as good.
Yeah.
And we saw yesterday these little lulls in between fights. You see it go down again there on the high ground. And both teams, in fact, are going to drop it. I just see how much you get out of it. And it does...
You get quite a bit. We've seen it being very effective. And like you said, you get that little lull in the play, and you can drop it. You can refresh yourself. You can go back in. You don't have to worry about running out of energy.
And what's interesting about Circle of Inspiration in particular is it allows everybody else on your team to be greedier with their skill selection. Right? I think tanks can get away with running the stunning passive now, or even Dread Laden Fighting. I'm a massive fan of Dread Laden Fighting. I think Dread Laden Fighting on a hammer is a hugely underrated passive. Right now, though, the action resumes as they surge down. It looks like Hadoop want to come steaming down from the high ground. And Imagini again. He gets a smackdown. Elitan's in a bit of trouble. Tutuka gets more agony, but he was ready for that. He knew that was coming. He had the cleric racked, and he's like, oh, you want to proc my cleric? Well, that's more damage for me. Surprise. And it's going to drive them back to 10. Ruin should be okay. Drops the circle for the boys. They're actually going to look for the quick rotate to the southwest.
Well, they're going to have to be quick here, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get the cap in time, and they're going to be put onto this very difficult situation where they're at 3 caps. They're already down 30 points. It's currently tied 2-2 in the kills, but right now you have to give a huge advantage to the red team here.
Barak's committed boots, though, for that interrupt. I think I Engage had it, and they might punish Barak. He pops his res. He knows he's actually messed up here, and they immediately retreat to that choke. I Engage. I think he managed to body block that harpoon there, but Barak there. He rolled in for that, and they immediately started looking at him, and he thought, maybe I made a mistake here. Very early res pot, though. That was crucial for him. He didn't take enough damage to get into Mortal Agony range, which means he's able to just walk out of there. And, of course, they peel them back while holding the 3 cap. So now they're playing from the position of having a 2 cap, but they have a 3 cap, which is the dream come true. Imagine that could be a nasty flick. Barak, do you see that back and forth stepping there? He's trying to get him to pop a defensive. He was playing chicken with him as if he was going to flick. He wanted him to pop a cleric. He wanted him to evasive jump. Like, he wanted something there. Actually going to look for Nabobo. Nabobo's stuck in the hair of decay, stripping those hots.
He's going to get...
Gets the Guardian.
Nice save.
Yeah, the Guardians. Because the Guardians, of course, they remove the fire dots and the curse dots.
They're very
so
effective
strong
in the current meta right now, and it's just... everybody seems to be running them.
I don't believe it removes a poison pot, though. Even though poison is the damage over time, it doesn't get removed by it. So that's just something to note. Nabobo, talking of poison pots, he's going to eat a jar of poison to the face. Elitan counters with the poison onto Marwan, but there's no follow-up for that. Barak's going to get pulled back into the area of decay. Great sync up there from Fax.
Yes.
But they are really low, actually. I don't know if they can push this right.
They have to push
the
up. They have to take
heal.
advantage of the fact that Imagini there is low. Or I Engage.
These guys got a hold for 5, though. Hold for 5 for the 20, even if it costs you 1 more player, I think, yeah?
I think they're gonna eat 2 players.
It is going to cost them at least Marwan. They hold though. They keep that 20. And they're getting their fourth back very soon. And look at that tackle. 3-man tackle goes through. Forsaken has to cleanse himself. The other two not so lucky, but
what a brawl. 3-4 here.
They didn't even get the cap. Okay, so the fourth player came from behind.
Yep.
The fourth player came from behind and interrupted the cap. And he's having his own fight up there now. Marwan's he's pulled out the bow. He switched up to the bow. We saw this yesterday. Because the tank is currently... We saw him start on a Fiends and then switch to the Guardian when he saw the matchup. Marwan has switched to a bow, and they have 0 purge right now. And even the nerfed bow, with 0 purge, the nerfed bow is still very scary. Yeah. However, he's very squishy because he's probably running assassins. He's got his cleric, and they're just gonna flick. He has no defenses right now. He might have a resistance, maybe.
He might be the target.
But he used his roll and he used his cleric, and they are just spamming their Guardian helms on him, and he's just gonna get absolutely wongered on right now. Double stun, double geyser. Nice defensive geyser though from my engage.
Still no caps though, Lewpac.
The cap. By the way, that damage onto Marwan was with 4 people. That wasn't even the full 5. So they are playing the bad cap game, and actually they do finally kill the rat there. Barak does go down right by 10 actually, but they lost so many points during that. That was really nice from this red team. Hadoop, Scoia'tael mix. Tutuka getting wailed on. Is there a save? Doesn't look like it. So finally, Fax will be able to grab control of some caps. But that was look at the score line right now, Shozen, and they actually might not even get a 3 out of this. Like I think Red are actually playing for the 2 here. They're not giving up. This is tenacious, and this is really frustrating to play against, right? Because with the tankiness of lineups now, the Guardian helms, you can just stay alive for that much longer. And when they just don't fall back and you never get the caps, it's so frustrating. Like, imagine he's going for it. iEngage has the seed. They're just plotted everything. Barak has to commit to this. He's going to get the lunge off. It might kill him unless there's guys at the safety. iEngage. For someone who hasn't been like at the forefront of 5s for a long time, is absolutely running it here. Marwan's in a bit of trouble, but the evasive jump held nicely. And they just keep going for it. And imagine he's wasting so much time.
Yeah.
Every time he goes for that cap, his 4 stacks are dropping.
Right.
Like his curse stacks are dropping. Like I personally, I think the fire should be going for it.
Okay.
Because it's more important. I mean, nobody should be going for it until they kill, because they're actually just wasting time, provided
and they're going to be done here in about 9 seconds if they can't get a 10 cap. I just don't see.
Well, there's only a 10-pointer. They do find Tutuka once again. It's 4 versus 5.
Okay, well, yeah.
Imagini, they've already lost this 10-point though. Durenton sidesteps the hook. Very nice on him. Imagini going for it, but iEngage is just like, nah, mate. And honestly, I wouldn't put it past them here for the respawn to go north and just finish this with a 3 cap. Like if they're too close to the tent actually, and Marwan just went down.
Lost one.
So he
and
can't.
If they all
now.
turn on this.
Yeah, he can't go now. He has to come. He has to come back into the main fight.
Though. These guys need their cap.
Well, if they can kill Durenton, they're
not going to kill Durenton.
He stuck off. Like... He went north. He did it. They win in 20. They win in 20 if they can defend this cap. And iEngage, he's just going to go in for it.
And it's done.
Like,
wow.
How did they not spot that? Like you had. Oh no, I imagine he probably gets mid here. I don't think iEngage can stop him. Durenton's got the stack. There it is. They do. No, they didn't get mid. It got cancelled. Oh, they got south.
Bottom.
They get 1 minute then. They get 1 minute. Oh, my days. Like, how did they not see Tutu? They were fighting in front of the tent. They saw Tutu can respawn.
I know.
You cannot let him sneak north like that. That nearly cost them the game. There might be a trade for Durenton, though. Durenton's getting banged on. Durenton goes down.
Oh, that's done. That gives them the opportunity. But ruined experience. They can't lose players here. They are down to their final 8 points.
They have a healer.
They're one. Oh, no, they saved him.
No, he survives. But Forsaken...
I don't know how they did it. He was at, like, no health. I saw him dead.
I don't think they can int for these caps right now. They definitely can't int for these caps right now. I don't know about that one. I think it was... a little bit rowdy when they lost their healer. I don't think they should have all in for it personally.
Well, they have a lot of points here. This will be a massive comeback, Lewpac, if they can do this. They only have 8 points against 86 at this point. They do have the 3 cap now in their favor. That's really only 4 rotations and 2 kills.
Can they get it though? Like what? It's
How do you stay alive for
yeah.
that? Well, there's
You
the
could
first
just full, you
rotation.
could
There's
just
the
full
first
dive,
one.
can't
8
you?
to 66. 3 more rotations.
Okay. They're gonna
But you
try and
have to
play
stop
downside.
this,
They
yeah.
have. I thought they were gonna respect that. I was like, you cannot let them even get that 1 point, can you? That's
No.
ridiculous.
No. Every point here really matters. You got to stop them. The
Oh my
timing is
goodness.
not on your
It's
side.
an absolute brawl right now. The area of decay stripping those hots. It's so strong, but oh man, they've got an uphill battle. Even with the 3 cap, they've got a lot to do right now.
In a lot of trouble right off the
No,
bat,
it's a
though.
four-man tackle across the whole team with no cleanse available. That's a good momentum swing. Marwan pulled back though.
Well
Nabobo's going to hook them in. Yeah, they survived it. They get the Mortal Agony off onto Marwan. The Guardian goes down, but that doesn't remove the Mortal Agony Pierce, remember. That will still remain. It's...
Ruined Experience is so close once again, and he finally pops.
What a
That's
combo.
gonna be too
One
much
more
here.
kill and it's over. If Nabobo goes down, they have to run here. They can't run, because if they run, they lose caps. But if anyone dies, they lose the game.
They lose. They lose
This is like-
either
this is-
way, Lewpac. This
is like
the
you said,
situation where
Shozen. They just get so low on points that they can't. There's, they can't die for caps. But if they lose the caps, they lose.
And they're losing the
there's
first
already the first caps going. And then the second is going to go, and it's going to put them on a horrible time.
No,
Elitan's in position. He's in a good position.
Trying.
Yeah,
He's trying, but
he's already
right now he has 3 seconds. He has to
They
get up
need
there.
to flick him away. Oh, okay. They survived. They
There's
survived.
a stop.
I mean, at this point, right? If I'm red, a kite,
They're gonna lose
and then
one
I
on
all
red.
in.
They're real.
Oh, that Judy, and that save him.
so
Judy's
close.
very low. He's got 2 stacks. They're charging through. One more snap's gonna do it.
So
What a
close.
stun! What a defensive stun from Elitan, though. He's gonna
And
save
there it
his
is.
boy, but there he goes. I engage goes in, grabs the kill. It was 12-4, by the way.
12-4, and they lost because of
They
cat
lost,
play,
yeah.
Lewpac.
12-4 in their favor, and they lose.
And the other one just ended now. The Crimsic match with Aurelia, Lucrative, Areliker. These guys just finished their match, and they lost to the Barcode CCB Attack 12 team.
Oh, okay.
They both ended at the exact same moment.
And that was
here.
two.
Kinda
That was
wild.
2 fact teams.
Mhm.
2 fact teams taking losses there. Now they may well have level 9 tokens, but Hadoop has just took them out in 2 of the matches. Lasan Haman. Do we know how that team went? Is that the one we're watching?
That's the one we're going to pull up real quick. But do we want to just take a moment to talk about what we saw here?
Yeah, some crazy stuff. And this is one of the things, if you're new to watching GVGs with us, right? So a kill is worth 4 points. You both start with 150. The objective is to get the opposition to 0. Kill is worth 4 points, but having 2 caps to 1 is worth 10 points every minute. And having all 3 caps is worth 20 points every minute. So we have a little saying here that if you have the 3 cap, you don't have to win the fight. You just have to not lose.
Right.
Because
And
as long
that's
as you
what
don't
won them the
lose,
match.
you're just ticking points away. And we saw exactly that. They kited away. But then it was the back cap play where they grabbed the 3 and then they just I don't want to call it ratted, but they just split the fight up. They stopped it being the structured GVG, because let's face it, the Fax team was the more solid team in the 5v5 situation. So they did exactly what they should have done, and they said, well, we're not going to play the 5v5. We're gonna split the match up. I'm going to be over here. I'm going to be off capping. The tank's going to be on mid, keep interrupting, and we're just going to make it a 3-1-1 instead. And that just, like, even though blue started to come back, Shozen called it. There was so many points gone that, like, usually you'll get a trade kill. So you're bound to lose 4 points here and there. So when you're on 8 points, even with 3 caps, it's a pain, because even if you beat the enemy team back, if you take 1 casualty twice, you lose still. You ready, Bogul? Okay, and here, this is an interesting one. We've got Tussle healing for the Cargera team.
What?
Chekri playing
Tussle?
in Boda's place. Chekri playing Glaive in Boda's place, and Tussle healing, which definitely isn't a bad thing. Tussle, very good
Tussle's
healer.
a very good healer, but he's getting bullied real hard off the bat. Engs is all over him, as is Lasan Haman. They're putting the pressure on him and making him make choices.
Gets the cleric off, and Carvenan's on the heavy crossbow as well. This is a a very unorthodox setup here for the Kargera team, and it does look like it's going to be a beatdown for Mr. Karg himself. San going to try and shut down a few more. Shekri in a bit of trouble. So Shekri, for anyone who doesn't know, Shekri has always been the healer of this team. And they probably have one of the best bruiser players that's ever played the game. Usually, Boda. And Shekri, very, very competent player, but not in his main role.
There's no Bodaville.
Yeah. That
no
is
Boda, no win.
Oh, well,
how do you win without Bodaville? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
What you do is you get the enemy team to 0 points before they get you to 0 points.
Oh, okay.
But right now...
So there's a strategy to this.
Some sort of strategy, yeah. I don't know how I feel about the heavy crossbow. Like, I've always been a fan of the weapon. But I don't think front to backing with it is the one right now. Especially with the 8 million Guardian helms. But they've got the Great Curse as well, which is always a solid choice. Tussle is getting bullied. Pele, though, here on his... Holy. He's running Holy with Merc Hood, it looks like, just to try and avoid those stuns. Shekri jabbing away. Lasan goes very, very low here. They might find something. Crossbow. There's the Dark Matter, and the Dark Matter is going to get it. Pele and Lasan dropping very, very quickly there. Carvenan with the Daka Daka. The heavy crossbow, though, when it is unchecked, as you see there, is some ferocious damage. And if he has a snipe, Fatnek's probably dead. Oh, Fatnek's dead anyway. 4 for nothing. Wow. Okay, so... This heavy crossbow plays there. Right, I'll take it back.
It takes time, but it comes in there and it works. All right. Yeah. Feeling this is interesting here. I had said no Boda, no win, and these guys are doing
accepted.
Okay.
This one could definitely get bloody though. We know the Kargera team doesn't shy away from death. They don't ever shy away from trades. Do you know what I mean? Like if they have to lose one to get their target, they'll do it most times because they're competent. They're confident in their mechanics, so they feel that fighting out like 4v4 is good for them because they always feel that they are, they're able to hold their ground against anyone. We've seen them lose a healer and still wipe the enemy team, haven't we? Early, wow. So Lasan is running the Purge helm though, so he isn't running the Guardian, which I don't mind because he's against the fire. Carvenan gonna roll back. Aang's taking a lot of damage. These guys playing really defensive though. I like this. They're front to backing massively. Look at the damage on Fatnex and Freya, who have good layers of defense but aren't taking any damage. This is a pure front to back setup, but Shekri is having a roll back to safety. Tussle from Conflict trying to stabilize him. He has popped the sacrifice now, so Kargera needs to be a little bit wary. They're going to find Fatnex. Are they? Oh, Carvenan with the sweeping bolt, that snipe crossbow. And you've always got to root for whatever's not the meta, haven't you?
Right, you do.
Karg, again, he's like, I've only got 1 bar of health, but I'm not going back. Why would I go back? I've got Tussle behind me, and I'm going to kill Pele as well. This is, good stuff. And one thing about the crossbow, right? When we switched away from bow curse to the current meta, armor pierce, shred. I honestly was, Aang, he shouldn't have flicked there. That killed him. He actually died to a flick. Like he flicked in Kargera to kill him, but he dies as well. And I don't think that's a favorable trade, because you're 3 capped against. So a reset like that is not good. So what happened was the bow used to take care of the armor piercing. And I had theorized the armor pierce on Curse would come back and people would start running that in the W instead. But that didn't really happen. People stuck with the Dark Matter, even though it took a minor nerf. What's interesting is Carvenan playing the crossbow. He actually gives his team one of the biggest armor pierces in the game in a meta where tanks are quite squishy. So that is a very, very big component to their team fight. The way the Sundershot works is the more HP you have, the bigger the armor pierce is. So it makes it a fantastic opening ability on someone that's full health. Very quick combo though onto Tussle. I don't like that. I feel like we saw Barak in that previous match. Like if he hooks a Clothy, he doesn't immediately flick them. He tries to bait out defensives and maybe save the flick for the second rotation. And I think it's just too readable if you go full on. But actually, the Fax team does have some momentum right now. And these guys really need a W here, don't they? Because again, Fax have put a lot on this final day, and we've already seen 2. Like they didn't get a mirror match, which is unfortunate for them.
Yeah, that's
very unlikely, in fact, with 3 teams running, and both the other teams lost. So they're going to need to put something up here. Freya's running. Wow. Freya is running Soldier Helm. That's how scary Shekri is right now. Shekri is Boda incarnate. I mean, he's been healing one of the best bruisers in the game for a year now, maybe more than a year. So, you know, he's learned from the back. He's watched what Boda does because he has to follow him around and keep him alive because he's so aggressive. So
right.
Clearly, Mr. Shekri
probably knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too bad here. He's landing them hooks. He's getting the pressure and he's securing the kills. And right now, this Fax team is 2 minutes away from being
from a loss.
Dropped here, yeah.
And this Cargera team is 2 minutes from entering a level 9 and probably securing themselves with this level 8 victory.
But it'll be this
in the
lineup,
League
won't
Championship. It's got to be.
Well, they can put him on, because they can put Boda as a sub.
Yeah, on a sub. Yeah.
And still play their full lineup.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. Oh, Shekri, no. Shekri, not the 10, bro.
We
were just saying, Shekri.
Oh, we were saying how well you were playing, and we were
doing
singing
so
your praises.
Good, Shekri. Oh, my. No. You can't disrespect the 10 in this glaive meta, especially when they're playing Harpoon as well.
Gotta respect the 10.
Targ, he says, you're not getting this bot cap on my watch. They know how close victory is right now, and they're even 4v5. They're actually grabbing the top cap. Luckily for them, it does look like Carvenant's actually going one-on-one. But the difference is Fatnex is like isolated from his healer, whereas Tussle can keep Carvenant in the fight. So Fatnex is going to have to full rotate. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Shekri just rotates through and looks for the kill. In fact, he's going to try and stop Pele resetting Shekri right now. Bit of damage going out. Grafis drops the area decay. Front to back in still. Carvenan, he's turned it back into a 3 cap.
There's the 3 cap. This has just been a bully match all the way through, and in 35 seconds.
Wait, the fact. Oh, there's Tussle. That's the healer
What's
kill.
What's the Tussle?
That's the healer kill. Freya might drop though.
Freya's gonna drop, though.
Oh, good geyser by Cargera, and they are going to get him. But no healer versus healer. This is dangerous stuff, and they actually win if because they got that kill. They actually win if they can hold for 10. Like Cargera and Shekri can hold long enough against 4 here.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they could just die for it and just win the match.
But these guys need to split into 3 directions at that point and try to get the caps.
Well, no, because Tussle's coming back at North and it's too late. Yeah, GG. Karg looting because he knows. Wow.
Oof.
Hey, wait, the Fags have 3 teams or 4 teams?
3.
Because if that's the case, all 3 of their teams lost their level 8s.
Yeah.
They got no mirror matches.
None.
And
ouch.
They did secure some points, right? They got like 5k points because of the points they did score. But can we see the signups? Do we know which ones of them have a level 9?
Yeah, I think they did too. And then it kind of got out of hand. Sorry, we're just working on the back end to make sure that we get the recording in place. It doesn't really matter which ones that we record.
The Lasan Haman team has disbanded.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, no, it's Elitan, isn't it? It's Elitan.
Yeah.
It's Elitan.
So we have, like I said,
I was like,
Lewpac,
what's going
just
on?
to go over this again, we have the Elite An team.
Yeah.
The Cargera team.
Yep. The
Durenton team. And then the Barcode, Yapro, Kome, CCB. Yeah. So it doesn't matter
who won,
which ones Robin records, as long as he records the other match.
Yeah.
Whoever's not fighting against us. So I tried to give him an order, and then we realized as I was giving him like which order to record them in, it doesn't matter. As long as it's the one that these guys
did not get the mirror match, Shozen. We did not get the mirror match. Right, who are we watching? Give me the name. Are we going to watch Cargera, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So that is...
We are watching Cargera.
That makes these matches interesting. We did not get the mirror match. We've got Cargera versus Durenton and the boys. And we've got the Elitan team versus the Barcode team.
Yep.
This one, Keeper, knows these guys inside. He's actually in the Lonely Men now. Keeper and H as ult. So Cargera on the Great Hammer. Great Hammer. Grafis still rocking his crossbow for this one. His heavy crossbow. So again, that off-meta pickup. But it really did work. Sorry, Carvin and Grafis on the Great Curse. Nature versus Nature here. Durenton gets caught, but he's inside the enemy Judy. There goes the defensive Judy and the Guardian Helms on top. Those crossbow bolts doing a lot of damage, but he is able to ride it out. The meatball goes out across the back line as well. Cargera tackles back. Nicely done. Oh, 3-man knock up and stun from I Engage. That was a huge combo. And they find Tussle. They're going to find Cargera as well with no Tussle available. Cargera is going to drop It's going to be the
Oh,
opener that they
boy.
were looking for.
Oh, boy.
Shekri, I think, is going to die on the way out. If I engage can find him with one more auto, he's not going to get him, but they are going to get one more for the road, I think. Look at Shekri's
this is
HP.
wild.
They get Grafis, and that was the opening that they didn't want to see. The crossbow nearly got them the kill, though. That was so much damage, and somehow Durenton survives. Cargera looking for the interrupt on the cap, not going to get it as I engage. They're going to posture here, try and bully the 3 as well. Start to turn those thumb screws. I mean, let's not forget that this team was just paid billions to switch and represent here.
And now they're having a little bit of a trouble.
I mean, you never count these boys out. An opener means nothing to these boys. We have seen some miraculous stuff out of this team. They definitely, they're definitely blowing the cobwebs out a little bit. And, not playing... Shekri is playing Bruiser instead of Healer, which is not his main role. But players at this level can usually play most roles. Healer's one of the hardest roles to play. So I'm sure he's very, very competent. I engage, hits a nice tackle. Cargo, there's the fire wave. Really good counter, though. Instant Guardian to negate that fire wave damage and all them dots. Now Durenton's in a horrible spot. Guys at the safety, nicely done there. Can they continue the pressure on? Dark Matter goes out. Nearly finishes him, but he's going to get some stability over the other side. In the meantime, Carvinen gets flicked out of there. Barak, they're looking for Carvinen. There's the combo. One more hit will do it, and I engage is going to find the kill again. He's riding 4 caps, and he's taking a leaf out. Mr. Cargera's blocking that meatball. Tussle gets caught in the corner on the meatball, and he's nearly melted to that. They might be able to find the healer if they push. They are going to find the healer. Barak may get traded, but it's not going to matter. Cargera is going to take a dip out the back, and it's another 3-cap rotation. Another 3 kill as well. Goodness gracious me, Shozen.
Yeah, this has been an exciting early round here. I'm enjoying it. I'm also taking a look at the other one, and we're going to have another good match to watch here. But this is not working out well for Fax right now, Robin. I did it to you again, Lewpac. I just called you Robin again.
That's okay. He's a good dude. There's worse people to be called. Let me assure you.
It's
wow, that's stereotyping. You all sound the same, you English people. I'm pretty sure we're from completely different regions of the country. Carvinen, optimistic cap, as we like to call it, Shozen. Usually that cap is just to sort of force the action, isn't it? You know you're never getting it. They know you're never getting it, but it does force everybody to start the fight. Shekri going in, but eats the fire wave. The Guardian was used a little bit early as well, so the fire wave is going to stick and cause a lot of damage. Cargera gets poisoned as his duty expires. The timing from Tutuka there, impeccable, and forces Cargera out of the fight, forces him to pop his res pot as well there. That was a really good trade for red here. Hadoop, Lonely Men, Scoia'tael mixed team. I engage, though. Really nasty position for him on that corner. Carvinen able to stick the shots, but they're going to eat another 20, Shozen. And they have to look for this cap, but they're going to look for it with Cargera. And if Cargera's capping,
he doesn't get it.
But who's going to stop them from countering? If
who's going to stop
capping,
them from stopping the person to... Yes, that's Cargera's job.
Lovely 3-man tackle from Cargera, but lucky for Durenton there, he did have it available. If he didn't have the cleanse available, that would have been very bad. Marwan, big trouble, but a lovely geyser. Man, Keeper of Nature really impressing in these 5s right now, and taking down this team in any shape would be a massive achievement. Marwan's not going to survive this combo, though, because he does eat the full damage from that crossbow. He got stuck on the wall.
This is their opportunity, Lewpac. This is
we
when
saw in their previous game, though.
One out. And Cargera puts himself into position to already start catching these guys coming down the hill. He's going very deep, trying to make sure he can get at least one more kill on these guys.
This is a team that's not afraid to stick it out and fight, though.
But their fifth is back. Their fifth
and
is back.
Carvinen's trying to cap.
Early.
I engage isn't going to let him. It's going to be another 20, and they're back to 5. They got the kill. They didn't find the cap, Shozen. One of the best cap game teams.
That. They know all about that,
One of the best cap game teams in this game.
Oh, there goes Shekri.
Wombo comboed. Fire wave, meatball, everything to the face, and that. I mean, that's game. That might be game
right
if they find Cargera here, or if they find Tussle, it's game.
Oh my god!
Like he's in a horrible spot, and I don't know if he has got evasive available. He may still have a cleric available, but they're going to be on 9 points on this rotation. And how do you win from there? And that means they score 0, Shozen. If it's a 1-4-5, they get 0. They get 0 points.
How much did they just pay for 0 points? Wait, do they pay per season point? That's what you want to do. You pay per season point gained, not for just playing under my name. It's per season point.
Risk-free investment. So this is going to be the 20, right? They might find the kill onto Barak. They get a lovely combo off, actually. I don't know if Sack is available. He gets into the Judies. Is it? Oh! Seed pops. Just going to be enough to keep him alive for a few more seconds, but a few seconds is all they need, Shozen. They don't need to win now. They just need to not lose 2 caps. If Barak
is going down,
he's going to go down, but Keeper is not going to give this up.
2 caps, so they can keep 2 caps. Yeah.
Marwan,
these guys need.
He's in a lot of trouble. These guys are going hard now. They are all in for this now. They have to get caps. They have to score some points, but Tutuka and Dorenton are going to play 1 cap. Keeper's going to play another. And it's 15 seconds now. It's 15 seconds hold. Tutuka needs to start dot. If he can stack them up, if he can stack them with the curse dots, they can't cap.
He's got to get them both.
Yeah, but he needs to put stacks on. They can't cap if they're stacked.
But he missed the sickle. The angle.
He got it. He got the sickle onto both.
Yeah,
the Guardian Helm will cleanse it. They've got 2 caps. They've done it. They've done it. And he kills Grafis. He takes Grafis with him. Defending champion.
Wow.
Sit dog. Sit dog was dropped in Say chat.
Woof woof, boys.
What was that?
All right,
Sit dog in Say chat, bro. Come on.
Now we have to make an executive decision here. The other match is still going. It's very early in the other one. We could watch.
Let's just jump over to it. Okay, we got to see it live here. Elitan, yeah?
It's currently 101 to 89. It just went to the first 3 cap. It's very, very back and forth. Very even match between these 2 teams. But once again, Fax is on the back foot here. They do not have the caps. They are down 3-0.
And they need 2 points. They need 2 points to score anything here.
But would it even be enough?
I mean, how much do you reckon was spent on these teams, though?
All of money.
All of money. This is, I mean, Hadoop, they've got it. Like, Hadoop are probably getting PMs right now. They are probably getting PMs mid-match of offers to throw because an entire guild's crystal rewards are riding on this match. And I think we made the right decision coming here live. It's a 3-cap bully. Nabobo gets comboed. He's going to get dropped. And it's going to be 10 again. It's 101. They're going to go for the quick rotation, but they've got to read this. Red is going to read this. Hadoop will be up there. Fatality's already on radar. Spadge is out there. And this is wild.
This has been exciting, and this is going to be over
this is a wild
oh, man.
Final day. This is the season finale that you want.
This is what we've been waiting for, yeah.
But for first place. If we could get this for first place, this would be
epic. That'd be amazing. I'd love to see that.
Hadoop right now is turning the thumb screws. They are not giving these guys a single inch of the match. Spadge opens with the 2-man tackle. Harpoon's going to miss. This could be an opportunity for Fax to put some counter pressure out. The flick stun onto Imagini. Here comes the meatball. Good use of the cleric. Going to protect himself now. Yabem 4-stacked. He's going to have to drop out this fight very, very soon as the Circle of Inspiration goes down. They're going to have to cleanse that stun instantly. Fatality, he's going in now. He gets the cleric out. He's going to start to pop the damage. Yabem taking it, but they are 30 seconds away from another 20 tick. They need to score some points. One more kill will give them points on the board. And that is going to be very important. Forsaken, though, he drops, though. He does get the cleric off. He doesn't manage to get baited out of the cleric. It does proc, but Adios now, he's got a perfect angle on this choke. They're going to go for the hook onto Elitan. Are they going to flick him, or are they just going to try and bait the res pot there? They just want to get the res pot, yeah. Elitan flicked in this time, though. There's the stun. There's the control. They're committing here with the Iron Breaker, but no cleanse for the Clothies. They couldn't find the damage. Elitan's going to put down the offensive Judy and just try and ride it out, but that is another 20. And you know these guys, they're starting to panic.
This is panic mode right here.
Panicking. All of Fax is panicking now. The emotions are in tatters. The fingernails are chewed to the bone. The Bobo. Oh, he was good. He rolled the big damage, and they get the stabilization. But the match is still ticking. And again, they don't have to kill them. They just have to hold this choke. They're going to force the rotation. Fax have to rotate.
They have to rotate, and they have to get that cap.
Forsaken nearly dies to a dark matter on the way round. But they're not going to get this cap. They're just wasting time. Spaj
Well, they
is
need to
already
get
at the choke.
Elite Ann into the choke here and
Oh,
stop
he
Spaj.
that is
Oh, he missed it.
Elite Ann never
He
misses
missed.
those. Oh, he
He
gets it. He
missed.
gets it.
Oh,
Imagine he gets the
though.
cap.
This is going to be enough for at least
That
one
is
more
huge.
moment.
That is
Oh,
huge.
wow.
They get the 100 points,
is
which
still
means
in
they
play.
get points on the board. They are not out of this yet. Their season is not done yet. Elite Hand, though.
Poisoning on Fatality. They're targeting him heavy here.
There's the sack save in the Judy, in the Cleric. Big save there, but Spaj needs to be careful. Gets a lovely 3-man tackle, and actually they use that tackle as a flick opportunity on Forsaken. He pops the res. He rolls out of the Judy, though. Oh, and he doesn't get the Cleric either. They absolutely...
No.
Forsaken, oh, the meatball, defensive meatball. Spaj wants this. They get the Iron Breaker. They get the bolt. He's trying to save himself. The bolts, 2 bolts. Imagine he body blocks the 3rd and 4th bolt. That was unbelievable, but they're still trying to get Forsaken. It is over. If Forsaken dies, it is over, and they're going to take him down. The fire bolts from the high ground. I've been trashing on Q3 this whole time, saying it's garbage compared to Q1, but Adios Call Me lands every single clutch shot, and it's gonna finish 100, as long as there's no back cap, 100 to 10, which means they do not score points in either match.
None. Is
there still time to sign Spaj up and get them to change sides? They've bought every team on the planet and didn't get that crystal on the final day. They lost 5 out of 5 on the final day after spending... I mean, do we have the copium emote in chat? Because I would be inhaling that right now. Oh my... Oh... I gave them a 96% chance of crystal when we opened the show, and they managed to dodge in 5 matches. They managed to dodge 5 mirror matches as well, Shozen, and then proceed to get 0 pointed in both their level 9s. I'm in stunned silence here. I'm in shock. I am in shock right now.
19K away.
I think we should... I'm gonna open Twitch. I'm gonna do something that I never really do and come to the actual stream.
Right.
And I believe that it is time, and appropriately so, for F's in chat. F to pay respects and F for facts, because I can't believe what we've just seen. I can't believe how unlucky they got with the matchups. I can't believe that 2 level 9 teams both managed to get 0 pointed.
I don't know what to say.
It's gonna be a rough day. It's gonna be a rough day on that Discord right now.
I'm glad I'm not in that guild. Don't forget, you can spend your 750 energy to get your own F.
At that point, by the way, I actually wouldn't have been surprised if you'd have seen like your Bem and all of those guys changing guild mid-match. Now, I don't know if that works, but I wouldn't have been surprised.
Hilarious. In the middle of the match, I'm
gonna put my own F in chat. I'm gonna join in here, but that was... And this just consider this your appetizer. If you've enjoyed these matches tonight, we have a whole weekend of double elimination crystals next week. But that is... GG. GG's, I guess. That is...
Across the board, yeah. Wow, I'm still in stunned, like, silence here. I'm shocked that they didn't win a single match, get a single mirror match, just anything go their way.
They got zeroed in both,
Cargera.
though.
They paid for Cargera, Lewpac.
And Cargera got zeroed in the level 9. So just for anyone that's tuning in that doesn't know GVGs, right? So there is a points pool per match. The total amount of points up for grabs is dependent on the level of the GVG. And they're divided based on how you do. The winners obviously get the lion's share, but if you win with 100 or more points,
you get all of the points and your opponent gets none. So if you don't reduce the opponent to below 100, is it 100 or 101 though? Because that's actually kind of
I
important.
don't know, dude.
I don't
right
think
now,
I don't think it's going to be enough either way. But so when we say you got 0, it means you didn't get them below 100, so you scored 0 season points.
Mhm.
And that is a that is not what you wanted to see. But you, again, if you leave it to the last day like this, then
I believe somebody
it can
said
happen.
in chat that they don't need to do all this. All they needed to do was score points during the season.
Well, they did score points during the season, and then they got
I think
within reach of. They got within reach of Crystal.
Statement, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Only 10 guilds got Crystal. Like it's not like it was like just do this and everybody get Crystal. But they almost had it in the bag. That's what I'm saying. Like it was almost in the bag for the season, and it just.
And I want to refresh this just to check.
It just fell away. It will refresh in like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm glad we went live though. I felt like it was so much more exciting going over live.
Agree. It was very
because we went there
live.
quickly. Because people would have spoiled it in chat because of what was going on. They definitely would have spoiled it.
Well, somebody's saying in chat, I think it's Kraboom over there. You know Kraboom. He says they could have a 14-hour-long spider hunt.
No, you can't score now, can you?
I don't know. Is scoring over?
I'm almost 100% sure that you cannot score after the final crystals.
I do have that information available. I believe I sent it to you earlier.
The mother of all spider hunts. Every spider on the map gets completely obliterated. Castles have stopped scoring. Next castle scoring is not for 20 days. So castles and outposts are done. World boss scoring? Maybe?
I'm going to open up the forum post here. Okay, chat says spiders and world bosses are still available and that we can still earn points for those until, downtime?
X up for spider hunt in chat. We're all going. We're going to help these boys out. For the low price of 1 billion silver, I will I will hunt spiders all night for 1 billion silver. X up if you want 1 billion silver from Fax, and we'll all go right now. Selling spider locations from my teleporting GM 1 billion a pop.
Oh no, now people are going to go gank the Fax.
That's going on Reddit tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. On that note, I'm going to pull one more raffle here for our guys in chat. Thank you guys for watching. This was an incredible show.
What a show. What a show to finish the season.
This is a good one.
Let's not overlook. Like, this was the story of the evening because it was like the most exciting thing. But let's congratulate once again the Lonely Men on taking the season.
100%.
Hadoop for a very, very insane push to second.
Great job. I mean, Be Careful was in second place on Friday.
Yeah, and Hadooped them for second. That was beautiful to see, and done with a nice mix of territories, open world, and crystals. Love to see it. I love to see a nice balanced guild.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen that sort of like domination in all different aspects for a while.
We have our final 2 winners. Go ahead and check in chat to see if your name was pulled. And we'll give away our final prizes of the evening.
All right. Exclamation mark raffle if you want the prizes.
It's too late. Everybody's... Yeah, Lewpac, you're just building them up to be let down. I pulled the final raffle. The final names are in chat. And we pulled a good 6 raffles today. And hopefully everybody can figure out how to whisper me to claim their prize and get those fancy gold codes in the next day or so. And we will be back again on Tuesday for our wrap-up show. We will be doing a final war report and a final daily show as we prepare for the downtime before the CLC. We will be off a few days on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before we come back on Saturday and Sunday with the Crystal League Championship
Back with a
starting at
purpose.
17 UTC. So set that date down on your calendars. It's going to be a wild time. It is the first time we're going to be doing a double elimination tournament, I believe.
Okay. And that means, that it's a lot. It's a fun way to do it as well, because you get like, the winners and the favorites don't immediately get eliminated because they have one bad match. We get a bunch of high octane elimination matches very early on. I love double elim as a format, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Yeah, why don't we check out the leaderboards?
You want to hang out for the 3 minutes?
In 3 minutes,
Just,
I do. Yeah, I do.
You just want to rub it in, Shozen. Wow.
Well, I just want to make sure that we're reporting correctly. I mean, if they get it, I want to be here to, how do you say, just
they
like...
didn't score any points, Shozen. How are they going to get it? They didn't. They got zeroed in both matches.
We don't know that. We believe it to be true.
Unless there was another secret team that was invisible to GM characters. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. What are you expecting to see? Is there some magic? Have you been bribed? Have you manipulated the system?
I've never manipulated any system, Lewpac. I resent the accusation.
Are they actually massing for crystal spiders? That would be amazing. Why? Someone says, be careful is the legit rank 2. No.
Well, I mean, they can feel that way, but that's, moral victory. I do want to mention, though,
maybe emotionally they're rank 2, but in the real world, they're rank 3, and Hadooped them and took rank 2.
Yeah, Hadoop did the nice move. I want to give a quick shout out to TLM, though. They did do this with very minimal Crystal League support. They mostly did it through open world activities. I believe this is one of the first ones to really do that. I mean, even Black Order, when they did it mostly through killing mages and taking castles, still had a significant Crystal League presence. So very impressive from these guys.
How did they get rank 2? Somebody's crying that we don't mention how they got rank 2. They got rank 2 by scoring
Crystal League points. They were in the Crystal League, and then their teams got
by scoring 363,000 season points is how they got ranked 2, I believe. I mean, I'm a bit of an expert on how these things work.
They did a really good job in the 20s and the 5s. They had a number of teams, and I believe their teams got bought in the end, to go for facts, pretty much, right?
I thought you said the Doom ones were.
I can't tell you who was bought and who wasn't
still
at this
had their
point.
teams on the final day as well.
Okay,
they're actually going to get a bunch of points here on the update.
Good job, Hadoop.
We have an update. We'll know because Hadoop should jump like 25, 30k here. This is it, 363.
Yeah,
Facts,
it still hasn't rolled over yet.
Yeah, Facts might jump. Yeah, it takes like 15 minutes. But anyway, I'm
14 hours
first
of
place is
fighters is in front of this Facts guild here.
14 hours. I mean, it could
14
it be
hours,
done?
34 minutes.
Could it be done? 19,000 points. How much is a spider now during quad points? They definitely still keep spawning though. There may be some still alive, but do they keep spawning? I'm actually not sure.
Is it 100 points? Oh God, no. Only 190 spiders to go, guys. We got this.
190 spiders overnight?
14 hours?
How many is that an hour? It's not even that bad.
Okay.
But you would have to get... The problem is
you'd have to get like one every 5 minutes.
You'd have to find 190 spiders.
Yeah.
I think
every 5 minutes,
the problem would be finding them, not killing them. Plus... Yeah.
You'd have to spread across all
anybody
the
that
maps.
Didn't like Facts could
go over there and just make it a mess.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the new ranking. Yeah, 378. Yeah, Facts. Yeah, Facts didn't score any points. They scored
5K from 181 to 186.
Okay, so now they only need like 140 spiders. Easy. Off we go.
Hey, that's only like what, 10 an hour? That's
Right.
doable. You got this, guys.
Let's
That's
get to
6
it.
minutes
Let's
of
get
spider.
to it. Let's get them spiders,
The
boys.
spider every 6 minutes for the next 14 hours. Good luck.
You
I wish
also
you the
need
best.
to have people that are willing to
Ooh,
play all
world
night,
bosses if
man.
you're lucky. You got to get those world bosses too. That'll cut down on the number of spiders you can get. And remember, you can't sleep at all.
No
Like,
bed.
there's no time.
No bed tonight. If you're in facts, no bedtime tonight. Right, with that, boys,
All
I will
right,
see
yeah.
you guys next week for the CLC. Very much looking forward to that. I hope you've all enjoyed this energy surge season, and of course, we will be back with the full next season. Is going to be season 14, and of course, that will be the first Lands Awakened season. It's all change in a few weeks, and all of the coverage will be right here on Albion TV. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and spending some time with us. And we'll see you again very soon.
See you next week.